Hey, what's up, team? We figured today would be a good time to kind of slow things down, stretch out a little bit. It's been a hectic 2 weeks with COVID going around and everything, so we're going to try to slow things down, get relaxed today, and just stretch everything out. Get those hips feeling nice and loose, get that back loosened up. We've got an optional part at the end where you can do a 30-minute walk or a 30-minute jog walk to a 2-to-1 ratio there. That'd be a 2-minute jog to a 1-minute walk for 30 minutes. But first, let's just kind of stretch out, shut everything down. If you're feeling good at the end, we can stop there. If you wanted to work out a little bit more today, maybe get a little sweat in, go ahead and hit that 30-minute jog/walk or just get a little walk in. But for the first part of our stretching today, we're going to do 3 minutes of a saddle stretch. So how a saddle is going to look is basically exactly what I'm doing, and then eventually we're going to kind of lean back and open up those hips. So let's just start 3 minutes here, sitting in that saddle. Now for some of us with sensitive knees, it may be hard to get in this position. You can always stack towels or blankets or a pillow at home underneath or between those calves and your hamstrings to create a little bit of space there. To make it a little bit more comfortable on those knees. Over time, you will be able to get all the way down into that saddle position. So once you're down in there, you can really kick back and relax. Taylor's doing a fantastic example of that. He's leaning back on a med ball, but you can use a couch, a couple pillows, anything you got at home to really be able to lean back and relax. So we're about a minute into this stretch, and we're going to continue for another 2 minutes here. One thing to think about is always trying to slow that breathing, particularly the exhale. So if we think about doing a 4-second inhale to an 8-second exhale, that really helps shut our nervous system down and give muscles that length. 4 seconds in, slow and controlled on the way out for 8 seconds. We're trying to fill that belly with as much air as possible, not our chest. So we don't want a big chest rise when we breathe. We want our belly to rise as we breathe. So 4 seconds in. And then 8 seconds out. We're about 2 minutes into that stretch. If we can, we'll go a little bit deeper for this last minute here. Maintaining that same pattern with the breathing. 4 seconds in. 8 seconds out. Got about 40 seconds here. If you want, for that last 30, you can kind of throw in activating those glutes and kind of bridging those hips a little bit to get a little additional stretch on the front of those hips. If you're comfortable and kind of worked into a deep position, you don't have to. That's just an option. Just kind of flex your butt, drive those hips up, and you'll feel an additional stretch in the front side of that hip capsule and hip flexors. About 10 more seconds, and we're going to get into a seated cross shin stretch. All right, take the next 30 seconds, kind of slowly come out of that saddle. And we're going to get into our seated cross shin. Just imagine kind of sitting Indian style as a kid, but where our legs are staggered. We're going to spend about 1.5 minutes with our right leg in front. Then we're going to switch sides for a full 3 minutes. We'll get started in about 10 seconds, so get situated. And begin. That's 90 seconds on this side. As Taylor's going to do over here, you can really lay down, bring your chest towards the floor to increase that stretch. We should feel it kind of on the outside of those hips, on the back side of our glutes a little bit, and then in our back as well, the more we kind of lean forward. Again, with this stretch, we're going to try to control that breathing. So filling the diaphragm, not the chest. 4 seconds in. 8 seconds out. And relax as best as we can. Just kind of go into that happy place. Continuing that breathing. 4 seconds in, 8 seconds out. We are 1 minute in, so 30 seconds to go, and we will switch sides. Maintain that breathing. Seconds. And we're switching those feet, stand in the stretch here. We're 30 seconds in, so last minute of our stretch. Really controlling those exhales, slowing down that breathing, and just falling into the stretch. Not trying to force anything, not trying to push anything, not trying to bounce, just breathing and relaxing. 30 seconds here. Seconds. Now we're going to get into our seated straddle. And 3, 2, so take about 30 seconds, slowly come out of that. And we're going to get into that seated straddle. So our legs will be nice and wide. We're going to start down onto our right side, kind of pulling ourselves towards that foot. Breathing, relaxing, continuing that same breath pattern. 4 seconds in, 8 seconds out, and 3, 2, and down to that right side. Got 1 minute here. Really feel it in our hamstring, a little bit in our back, low back, feeling that diaphragm, controlling those exhales. As you can see, the theme here is our breathing's really going to dictate how well we can stretch. The more we can control that breathing and control those exhales, the deeper we can get into those stretches. 15 seconds, we're going to switch to that left side. All right, heading to the left. 1 minute. If it's tough for you to maintain this position at home, you can always slide your back against the wall. The same thing goes for that seated cross shield we did earlier. You can always put your back against the wall. If it's tough for you to maintain the stretch or to stay balanced, it'll kind of push you down and help you stretch out a little bit there. 40 seconds in. Controlling those exhales. 5 seconds, and we're going down to the middle here. Last minute. Continuing to control that breathing. 30 seconds. 10 seconds. All right, taking 30 seconds to come out of there. Relax a little bit, and we're gonna get into our lizard. Just got 2 more stretches to go. We've got a lizard stretch. So we're gonna step that right leg up, throw that left knee back. I'm gonna keep my arm straight here. Taylor's a little bit more limber, as you can see. He's gonna be down on the elbows, but our goal here is to kind of drive that belly button towards the floor. So big deep breaths, driving that belly button towards the floor, and we're into our first 90 seconds here on this side. Controlling that breathing. 4 seconds in, 8 seconds out. We are 1 minute in. Last 10 seconds. And switching sides. Again, driving that belly button towards the floor. We should feel a stretch in the front side of our back leg, and then kind of our hip, possibly our adductors of our front leg here. So we are about 25 seconds into the stretch, about a minute to go now. Seconds. Last 10 seconds here. All right, nice work, team. Slowly coming out of that. Take 30 seconds. Chill, relax a little bit. Then we're going to get into a twisted cross. So last bit, we're just going to kind of stretch out that chest, shoulder, front delts a little bit. Get a good stretch in that T-spine. We'll get into that here in 10 seconds, starting on that right side. All right. 90 seconds. Seconds in. Maintaining that same breathing pattern. 4 seconds in, 8 seconds out.
20 seconds here. Three, two, and switching sides. Clock over there?
16, 40, 50.
On the 17:30. 30 seconds. We'll slowly come out of there, team. We can stay belly down. We'll hang out there for a couple minutes.
Once you're feeling good, you can hop up. Again, if you want to get a little sweat in after the fact, you've got a 30-minute walk or a 30-minute jog slash walk. So you do 2 minutes of jogging or running, 1 minute walking, run through that for 30 minutes, get your sweat on. Have a good one, team.